I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger.
Hello, what's going on? What's all this shouting? We'll have no trouble here. They're strangers, not local.
Right, well, for a little bit of extra fun, if you like treasure hunting, if you're out walking with the Northern Wayfarer, you come across geocaches. There's a little bit of treasure hidden in various places. You kind of got to look out for them. So, this one we've got a few surprises. There's a look in there. I think the idea is you take something but you put something back. Unfortunately, we've got nothing to put back, so let's have a little look. Welcome to our cache. We hope you have enjoyed it. Would you kindly replace the lid with care, avoid the damage to the box. Replace it where you found it. Thank you. The Smileys. So, I don't know if you're listening to Smileys, but we found a geocache. And a little log as well we can sign. We've got toy swords in it.
This looks like it's Brandon Wall's lead mine. There's quite a big structure here. So let's go and have a bit of an explore. Anyone who's a regular on my channel knows I love lead mines. They're so Middle Earthy. These look like wall supports. Thought it might have been a really cool entrance. It wasn't. Oh, but it might have been once upon a time. And they've just stoned it up after. Possibly. Well, actually, no. I know what this is. Let's have a look around. I wonder. Just spy the structure over there. The stonework's over there. So it looks like the site spanned the stream. I guess we can't get across the stream. It's quite deep. So we go this way to Eastgate. I had all but given up on the mine, but we've got some more structure here. Quite a large site when you consider the other piece that we've just seen before. Oh. What was that once upon a time? Aha! Could this be a shaft? Let's have a closer look without falling in. Yep, there's a shaft. It's all flooded now. Now this here looks like an old wheel, which would have looks as though it was a substantial wheel as well. Would have been really big, and that probably would have provided the power in and out of the shaft, which means that that last place we were at might have been a smelt works of some sort, maybe. Okay, let's keep going because we have to get to Eastgate soon. The wind's blowing a howler, so I hope you can hear me. But there's a really impressive waterfall there. It's a shame I can't get closer to show you. Very good. So we're approaching Eastgate now, and we are in serious danger of losing light by the time we get to Stanhope. So there's a couple of things to say at Eastgate. Apparently there's the remains of a Roman altar at the bus stop, so hopefully we'll see that. Eastgate and Westgate got their names from, because they were the east and west gate of the Bishop of Durham's private hunting grounds. So the Prince of Bishop's hunting grounds was between the Eastgate and Westgate, which is basically where we've been walking today. So we follow this track down in the Eastgate, and there's some caravans over there. You can not see it on the camera. And we skirt by the caravans along the river to Stanhope. So catch you later. Aha, we didn't have to look far for this. There's the Roman altar. Let's see what it says. The original Roman altar set up at Eastgate in the 3rd century AD is now the property of Durham University. Oh, this is a replica. Oh, hey, that's no good. That's not a real one. The original altar was found on the east bank of the Rookhope burn, about 300 yards north of this spot, so we already passed it. It'll be where that waterfall was. Or actually, it could be where that church is, actually. It was dedicated to the god Silvanus. Silvanus was an Italian god of the woods and hunting. He was worshipped in all parts of Britain throughout the Roman period, but particularly by soldiers in the 3rd century in a region centering on the hunting country of southwest Durham. So that'll be why this is the hunting grounds of the Prince of Bishops. Makes sense. Okay, we're trespassing again. This time on the railway, because some bright farmer decided to put bullocks across the footpath. Now normally the bullocks wouldn't be so bad, at least the black ones wouldn't be so bad, but there's about 4 Friesians amongst them as well. You're not supposed to put Friesian bulls on their path, even the bullocks. So the farmer's been naughty. So we've jumped across the railway and we're going to walk through the farmer's sheep fields instead, along here. So we'll keep as close to the path as we can. So we're coming back across the railway to get back on the footpath. We've left the bulls a bit further up the field there. But look at the state of this. Look at the state of that. That's not right, that like. It's supposed to be a footpath along there. Not just any footpath, but the Weardale Way. Look at the state of that. I'm tempted to go back and just follow that other field, but I don't think it's going to be possible before long. Can't see any gate into the next field. Well, we'll go through the mud bath. Maybe it'd be better next to the river. They'll be calling us the Weardale trespassers. We decided to walk along the railway because the path's just not there. It really isn't. The farmer wants shooting for that. Really does. Not only does he put fusion bulls in the field with a footpath, but there's no footpath. He's like ground it all up, basically. Sprang out of order. So we'll walk along the railway for a little bit and see if it improves on the other side of the fence, and if it does, we'll jump fence onto the path again. But until we see a path, this is what we're going to do.
Are you sure this is new road?
Yes, Edward, I can see it. Lines and lines and lines and lines and lines.
This is Greenfoot Quarry, also known as the Little Windsill. Apparently it's private land, so we're trespassing. This here is Stanhope Bridge, which means we're getting very close to our journey's end. And there's a better view of the quarry, and we're not trespassing to take this picture either. There's a better view of Stanhope Bridge, better from this side. We'll continue down this road until we get to some stepping stones, and that'll cross into Stanhope, and that's the end of our journey. Okay, we're at our journey's end almost. The other side of this river weir is Stanhope, which is where we plan to end. Now we had intended to go over the stepping stones, except the stepping stones are underwater, which might be alright for Neil and his wellies.
Keep telling you, Nick.
But for me and my boots, that's not going to really be possible. So there's a footbridge a bit further down, so we'll cross over at the footbridge. It actually brings us closer to the car as well, where we left the car. But I really wanted to do the stepping stones. Oh man.
So that's sections 3 and 4 completed. We're not out next Sunday, but the following Sunday we'll be doing sections 5 and 6 from Stanhope to Woolsingham. Now, thank you for joining us on this walk, and don't forget to comment below, like if you like, and subscribe would be great, and we'll see you on the next one.